possessions, 3 turnovers for Greater Beckley at a crucial time of the game. There's Duncan again coming off of that double pick on the baseline.
Rose right on his hip, though, not giving him any room to work. Now Holstein pick gives him room to work. That one a little off the mark. Rebound tipped loose. Kept alive inside by Mans. Mans' floater won't go. The putback by Chapman won't go either. Ball still loose, and coming out of there with it is the smallest man on the floor. And Mitchell dribbles through the leg of Duncan. And Duncan, Dan, insult to injury. They're going to call Duncan on a foul. Look at this one. Yeah. Mitchell. Coach, I don't know about you, but B.J. Mitchell has impressed me more than anyone on this floor tonight. Duncan's foul, his second. Team's fourth. A little over 5 to go. High pass to McGinnis.
4 straight turnovers without a shot.
Cole to the rack, lost it. It'll stay with the Tigers. It takes a high pass to overshoot the 6'9" fellow McGinnis, and it was exactly what it was.
Oh, if Greater Beckley loses this contest, they're going to remember those 4 possessions. They were up 48-47, 4 straight turnovers. Shady scored on 2 of them. Here comes opportunity to score on 3 of them.
Under 5 to go, 3-point Tiger advantage. Shady with the ball as well. Braden attacks. Lost it, going behind the back. Ball loose. McGinnis comes out of there with it. He'll push up ahead to Smallwood. Smallwood lost it momentarily, regains it, picks up 2 defenders, and a jump ball will send it back the other way. Another turnover.
Well, that's 5 possessions without a shot attempt. Got to hit the rim. Got to get it on the rim. McInnes can go get the offensive rebounds, but hard to win a game when you have 5 straight turnovers to start the fourth quarter.
Chapman going to work. To the rack, draws 2 defenders, finds a wide open Todd Duncan, that one off the mark. Nice crash of the glass and a putback by Cole, off the mark. And Greater Beckley will clear it and is fouled in the backcourt. I think this one's going to be called on Braden. That will be his 3rd if it is. Yes, it is.
And still no bonus. That's a 15 foul. So here will come Shady with that pressure again. And Greater Beckley's got to attack that pressure and score. They got to somehow get Shady off of them on that pressure defense. 5 straight turnovers. Don't remember the last shot attempt.
Well, despite the turnovers and the cold spell, but Greater Beckley Christian only down 3.
Oh, yeah. So they've done a good job on the defensive end of only giving Shady 4 points on those 5 turnovers.
Very patient this time down the floor. Mitchell in the corner to Rose, back to Mitchell. Halfway through the 4th.
Showing great patience. I believe I'd say somebody shoot. Let's just get a shot off.
Smallwood trying to get a look. Now over to Mitchell. Nice spin move. Eludes a defender from the baseline. Left it a little strong. Ball loose inside. Somehow Mitchell comes back up with it. Rose attacks baseline. Up top McGinnis. Smallwood. Deep 3 in the tie. Won't go. And on the rebound, Maxwell is hammered on the head.
Yeah, and that's still just the 5th team foul on Greater Beckley, so no harm. 3:41 left, 3-point game. Greater Beckley's dodged a bullet not scoring.
It's been a while.
They haven't scored this quarter, have they?
They
a
won
3.
3 by Judy
on
early in the quarter.
that 1-4 high set.
Yeah,
on the little pitch back. That seems like yesterday.
Holstein on the attack, and a block again by McGinnis.
And I'll give the officials credit here. High school officials a lot of times call everything on the big man. That was a good shot block and no call. Give the officials credit where it's due.
McGinnis picked up his 3rd foul on the other end. We'll keep an eye on that. Attacking is Braden to the rack. That one won't go. But, wow, he gets thrown down on the rebound. No call there. Maxwell into the paint.
Chapmans have thrown each other down harder than that on their driveway court. Those kids, they don't cry, don't complain. They just get out there and play tough. And look where he comes right back.
And this time he and Smallwood get tied up and a foul on the floor.
And you see what he did. Thought he got fouled last time. He said, all right, I'm going to take it right to the hole. And he drew the foul, had to call it that time. So, hey, I like that about those kids. They never show emotion, nothing negative. Just tough, old-school players, and they usually win games for you.
Braden's had a tough time on the offensive end, misses that one. A quick run out up to Mitchell. To the rack. He had his pocket picked on the way up. And Cole Chapman stripped it. Cole said it hit off Mitchell on the way out, but he's not going to get that call.
No. I think old Rose has a little old school game to him. Nice little head fakes, a lot of toughness. Look at him again. I think he gave the head fake and made the right play.
Mitchell for three. Tried to make it home, won't go. Rebound loose inside. And McGinnis.
And that's McGinnis's last 2 fouls have been 80 feet away from the basket. And that's what he doesn't want to do. I mean, he's important to his team. They need him on the floor. And you just don't get fouls 80 feet from the basket. This one is going to put Shady on the line for the bonus.
That kind of takes away his presence in the paint as that's his 4th. So to the line for a 1-1 goes Amari Maxwell. Maxwell has had a quiet 11 off the bench and a timeout on the floor. Let's see. I think it'll be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. 2:48 left here in the 4th quarter. 51-48 Tiger advantage. The Tigers are now in the bonus. They're in the 1-1 now after the 4th foul by McGinnis. Tigers still have 2 fouls to give. They've only have 5 team fouls at the moment. And that timeout, and now they switch it to a full, but we're already halfway through it. We might as well keep it here. That was the 3rd timeout by Greater Beckley. So they have, I think they have 1. Well, that was their 4th. So they have 1 left. And Shady still has 4 timeouts in their pocket. The possession here belongs to the Crusaders here with 2:48 remaining, Coach. And, despite being cold and despite the turnovers, Greater Beckley still within 3.
Oh, they are. And Amar Maxwell, who's really shot the ball well tonight, is at the free throw line with opportunity to make this a 2-possession contest. And even more important, Shady has that foul to give before the bonus, so they can really extend their full court pressure. They don't have to worry about a foul, and it's giving Greater Beckley fits here in the second half. So I would look for him to even press if Maxwell misses the second one. Now, what do we have, 1-1?
Yes.
Okay, if Maxwell misses, don't be surprised if you see Shady full court press anyway.
And, we were talking about a little bit in the pregame, Coach, that night in and night out, the Tigers have some unsung hero come on. Braden Chapman's been held in check tonight with a very quiet 6 points. Amar Maxwell with 11, working on 12 here at the free throw line.
You're exactly right. He has, no press. Boy, I mean, Greater Beckley's still in this thing. 1 shot away from a tie game, and they had the ball in the right man's hand. I thought he was going to let that go.
I did too. McGinnis now on the wing, going to work on Holstein.
There's McGinnis on the low post with the switch. They had him. They had him fronted. The backside help was going and missed him.
Smallwood attacks, and he'll head the line on the drive. Chapman picks up his 4th.
Let's see here. There's Smallwood. Turns the corner a little bit. And they call Chapman in on the hack.
So they can't tie it here. They can't get close. And the first one off the mark. Smallwood, he's been held in check here in the second half. All 5 of his points came before halftime.
Yeah, just hasn't been a real flow to the game. A bunch of them been in checkmate.
Yeah.
But, right now, Drummiller did a great job getting the rebound. He's got to pull that down and kick it out. Greater Beckley's had 6 possessions, down 3. They've had every opportunity in the world. Now, Shady really looking to close the door.
Chapman in the corner, 3-ball, in route. Maxwell got it.
He's hit big shots tonight, but none bigger than that one.
Smallwood looking for an answer, but loses it. But a whistle, I think they're going to say Braden was on the line after he got possession.
Yeah, that's what the call was. A huge shot. Amari Maxwell knocks it down.
From the cold corner where we are, ice in his veins. Maxwell with 14.
He's hit big threes tonight. But that was the biggest one.
Drumheller covered up by 2 defenders.
Yeah,
off the Smallwood, ball loose. And 2 Tigers, little friendly fire there, results in a jump ball, and it will stay with Greater Beckley. That's just unfortunate for Shady Spring.
Yeah, can't get upset at that one. 2 guys hustling, bumping into each other, gives Greater Beckley another opportunity. I'd have to think about Smallwood coming off of a double pick. He's been a great shooter throughout their career. They've had so many empty possessions this 4th quarter. either big man McKinnis down low or Smallwood for a three. He's got to get something to get them going because they are running out of time.
100 seconds left in this one. They're down 6, but can't get all of them here.
Smart
McKinnis
play.
looking for 2 and does.
Good play. I mean, that's what they even avoided the double team, able to score and keep Greater Beckley in this contest.
90 seconds to go. It's a 4-point ball game. Tigers with the ball in the lead. Braden Chapman weaves through traffic behind the back. Smallwood right in his pocket. And what? Wow.
Yeah. Right.
That was a bad time for a timeout as they had a man open underneath, and Braden Chapman found him.
He did, but I'll just say this. In Ronnie Olson's defense, I heard the crowd yelling 5, and it was coming close to that 5-second call.
Yeah.
And, boy, when you're a coach there, you're trying to save your team a 5-second call. And, it looks in the long run like it's going to stop the layup, but there's a play by McKinnis. Look at him. Nice moves. He didn't rush. He didn't charge. Didn't lead with the shoulder. Little shuffle and strong finish.
Well, we'll stay here. We'll reset things. 1:19 left in the fourth. It's a Tiger 4-point advantage. Both teams in the 1-1 now, as the next foul on Shady will be their 7th. Shady with 3 timeouts left after that one by Mr. Olson. Greater Beckley has 1 timeout left. Amara Maxwell with 14, right alongside Todd Duncan with 16, pacing the Tigers. Braden Chapman, though with 6, is still handling the basketball with confidence. And despite not being able to put the ball in the hoop, you still like to have him out there with the hand.
Oh, yeah, and right now Shady's got such a good free throw shooting team on the floor that Greater Beckley really needs to go for a turnover. They don't need to start fouling quickly. I think they can let that 19 seconds, I think they can really work for a double team and a steal, but they're going to have ball pressure. Can't lay off of them, but after it gets, I say Coach Arvon took his water bottle and threw it up in there. A good pass.
Nice back door. The shot will not count, apparently. Holstein wanted the bucket and one.
Yeah, and I can live with that when the official is let's see, right here, and he called it early, waved it off early, and Holstein will get a 1-1.
Bad news for Greater Beckley. As Jordan McGinnis, his night is done. That's his 5th foul. He will leave the contest a little early
and
with 25 points.
Yeah, 25-point play, great. But you think about he had 2 fouls. What he has to learn from this game. He had 2 fouls 80 feet from the basket. Yeah. He's got to eliminate those. I mean, that right there was not a bad foul. He stopped a layup, but, the 2 that were 80 feet away from the basket, that's the 2 he doesn't need.
Holstein hits the front end. It's a 5-point ball game with 109.
I think Greater Beckley has all 5 players on the court right now that can shoot the tray ball. So look for Shady to switch every pick now with McKinnis out of the game. That's what Ronnie Olson called a 30-second timeout, and that's what he's telling them right now. He's telling them, all right, we're up 6. They have all guards on the court. Switch every pick. And let's see if they listen.
Yeah, Jordan McGinnis can't take away from his night. 25 points. We didn't keep up with rebounds or blocks, but I would say close to a triple-double tonight.
He played great. Yeah, he had
just
a great
tremendous
game.
night. But, yeah, the 2 mistakes, the 2 fouls on the other end of the floor that you alluded to, Coach, is the difference. Both teams in the 1-1 with the minute 9 remaining. The timeout situation, Shady with 2 left, Greater Beckley with 1. The possession arrow favors the Tigers. And you got the Chapman brothers both shooting near 80% from the line. Jaden Holstein there dropping in 2 free throws. Todd Duncan, we know he can shoot from anywhere in southern West Virginia. It doesn't matter where a hoop is, he's going to put it in the basket.
Yeah, I'd look for Greater Beckley right now. B.J. Mitchell, well, first they have to attack the pressure. A smart move by Shady, going ahead and pressure. Look for B.J. Mitchell driving to the basket and looking for the open 3-point shooter.
No post presence now with McGinnis.
There's Mitchell. There goes Mitchell. There he's driving.
What a move. And the foul will send him to the line.
That's smart players. 59 seconds. You do not have to get the 3. Mitchell wants to drive to the basket. If he collapses the defense, then kick it for the open 3. If not, try to get the layup.
That's Holstein's 5th.
And
so Jaden Holstein's night is done.
Yeah, and doesn't have the effect because Greater Beckley has 5 guards on the floor now. So Shady will match up with 5 guards. And we got a 5-on-5 pickup game here at GBC.
Mitchell rattles home the first. Sam Jordan replaces Holstein on the floor.
And the former coach here, Brian Helton, boy, there's been some 5-on-5 pickup games in this gym. All the WVU players have been in here. You come in here in the summertime, Zach, it looks like a D1 contest.
Mitchell would like that second one back, couldn't get it to fall. So it's a 5-point ball game with under a minute to go.
Yeah.
And
oh my goodness, double foul.
Just let them play, right?
I quit talking about them in the third quarter. I don't know.
No flow. That's Mitchell's fourth. And who they give it to? They give it to Cole.
Chapman. He was holding Chapman. I think
so
he wanted the foul.
It hurts Greater Beckley more than anything. As Mitchell now with 4 personals. Mitchell right on the ball handler. In the front court come the Tigers. Tunkin. Out on the perimeter. And off to Braden. And a whistle.
Good job by Shady running the clock down, getting the ball in the right person's hand, Braden Chapman. And then smart play by Greater Beckley. They went for the steal, tried for the double team. Clock getting down to 41 seconds, time to foul.
Rose, the culprit, his second. Braden Chapman, the 6'1" sophomore. He's been held in check tonight, but rattles home the first there. One more coming up to extend it to a 7-point advantage. Won't get the roll, but a nice pull by Michael Judy. Still 2-possession game.
And
looking
nice
for 3
play.
of those there. Drumheller way off the mark, a little long. And Todd Duncan had the board. The tie-up will keep it with the Tigers.
Yeah, great hustle by Greater Beckley there to cause the tie-up, but that old possession arrow belongs to the Tigers.
Backcourt pressure, baseball pass in the forecourt to Braden. And one.
Yeah, great play by Shady. Knowing that Greater Beckley has to take some chances. And I don't know what happened to Braden Chapman here.
He's slow to get up. And I think he's got a cramp. That looks like a cramp. The foul called on Smallwood, his second.
Yeah, they need to pull that toe back if that's a cramp. So how you do it at high school? When somebody comes in, yeah, he does have a cramp. You can see his calf coming out. So you in high school, when you come out, you get to pick your own shooter?
I guess, but the man's free throw is short. It's an 8-point Shady Spring advantage. Mitchell on the drive, lost it on the way in, and it'll turn over right back to Shady. And that's the story of the night for the Crusaders, the turnovers.
Oh, yeah. Without a doubt.
Backcourt pressure implied by GBC as Braden Chapman's had a tough night. He'll work through a calf strain in the weight room, away from the action. But a foul on the floor will send Todd Duncan to the line. And the culprit for the Crusaders is John Rose, his third.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it's been a good basketball game. I mean, 2 quality teams here. Shady's going to get out here with the win, up 9 with 14 seconds. A hard-fought win. And a Greater Beckley, what's that make them, 2 and 3?
2 and
3. But
3.
you look at their schedule. You just write this down. Greater Beckley will be in the state tournament, and they will be a factor in single A in the state tournament. You can just go ahead and take that to the bank, and I'm saying that about a team that's 2 and 3.
Smallwood with the runner in the lane. Quick timeout by Greater Beckley to be a 30 with 8 seconds left. It's an 8-point ball game. Crazier things have happened, but it would take something very tremendous here for the Crusaders to get back in this one. Both teams in action tomorrow. We're going to see both of them again. We should, and very formidable opponents for both. Independence and Greater Beckley will start tomorrow's event at Beckley at 1 o'clock. And then the nightcap, Shady and Morgantown at 8 o'clock. We'll be there for both, Coach. What do you think about both those matchups?
Oh, big time games. They got to make sure Braden Chapman goes eat some bananas and drink some coffee. Look at that sportsmanship there. I mean, both of these teams have exhibited great sportsmanship, and you say crazier things happen. My man Tom Brady would have to come in this back door to make it this crazy. I know he's football, but he could probably make this comeback. But no, Shady just needs to get the ball in bounds here, come down here and shoot a few free throws, and this one's in the bank. But you just write those words down. Greater Beckley will be in the state tournament, and they will be a factor in single A basketball. Smart play by Shady, getting it to an outstanding shooter here, Todd Duncan, and he's going to the free throw line.
So the foul be assessed on Caden Smallwood, his third. And Todd to the line for two to put this one to bed finally. First one rattles home.
Yeah, a bunch of big games tomorrow, and both these teams have to get a little sleep. Greater Beckley's got the early game tomorrow. They got to forget about this one, get ready for a tough Independence team.
Mitchell for three. That one rattles home.
Yeah, they needed those threes a little bit earlier.
63-56 the final, and Coach, I think, the first couple of minutes in the fourth were the difference when Greater Beckley Christian went cold and started turning the ball over, and Shady would pull away from that. We'll take a break. We'll calculate these stats, and we'll put a bow on this one here at Greater Beckley Christian on Video Productions.
Wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started with grade A, top quality chicken. But we believed everything, not just the food, should be grade A. A is for all the little things we do to bring you our best every day.
The A in Chick-fil-A means a loving, caring team. We're all very supportive of each other. It goes beyond being a team. It's like a family, I definitely can't imagine working anywhere but Chick-fil-A ever, especially right now.
Little General Stores knows West Virginia, but what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100+ stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General Stores, committed to West Virginians. Boom!
FCA has incredible impact on coaches, the teams, the players, and the community as well.
It's changed our lives. It's changed mine as a husband, as a father, and as a coach.
It does make an impact on our lives.
FCA has become a full circle in our lives.
People from all different kinds of backgrounds.
If all we're going to be is a coach that happens to be a Christian, I think it's more important to be a Christian that happens to be a coach.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
(63-56) the final. Shady Spring keeps on a rolling. Now they're now 7-1. Greater Beckley Christian still trying to find their wings, fall to 2-3. And we talked a little bit about tomorrow. Independence fell to James Monroe. James Monroe seems to be the king of A-ball right now. They won 93-67 over Independence. They're undefeated.
And Zach, we are going to have them later in the year right here.
Well, we'll have James Monroe tomorrow.
Yeah, but we're going to have them here against Greater Beckley also.
So tomorrow, though, both teams, Greater Beckley and Independence, chomping at the bit for a win. They'll face off at 1 o'clock tomorrow. That's a big, big win by James Monroe. But a big win here tonight by Shady Spring as they trail at the half. And they were outscored in the fourth by 2, 37-25, or outscored in the second half, I should say, 37-25, and outscored in the fourth quarter, 21-16, but hold off the Crusaders by a final score 63-56. And, I think the first 2 minutes of the fourth quarter was the difference. Greater Beckley had trouble holding on to the basketball, had trouble putting it through the hoop. And Shady went on a little bit of a run there early in the fourth to take advantage, and they held off a late surge by the Crusaders. Final stats for Greater Beckley Christian. They had 13 in the first, 16 in the second quarter. They led 29-28 at the half. They scored 16 in the third and 21 in the fourth to make up the 56. Jordan McGinnis, 25 points. But he had only 2 in the fourth because he was held in check due to foul trouble and ended up fouling out. But he had 25 on the night. 9 apiece from B.J. Mitchell and John Rose. 7 from Caden Smallwood. They had 3 apiece from Michael Judy and Urzra Drumheller for the Crusaders. Shady Spring, they had 11 in the first, 17 in the second for 28. They had 19 in the third and 16 more in the fourth to make 63. They had 1, 2, 3 in double figures. Todd Duncan led the way with 20. Amar Maxwell off the bench tonight, Coach, had 14, including 11 in the second half. And Cole Chapman ends the night with 12. His brother, despite being cold all the first half and most of the third quarter, ends up with 9. And hitting a clutch free throw or 2 down the stretch to wrap up with 9. And Cameron Mans and Jaden Holstein ends up with 4. Holstein, all 4 of his points come in the second half before fouling out. So we kind of alluded to it a little bit in the pregame, Coach. Someone on this Tiger squad is going to show up night in and night out, be an unsung hero tonight. Amar Maxwell off the bench with 14 seemed to be that guy.
Oh, Maxwell was big time, able to hit some big three-point shots. Hit the biggest shot of the game at a crunch time, nailed a 3. And what you said earlier, the difference in the game was the start at the beginning of the fourth quarter. Greater Beckley was up 48-47. Shady scored 4 in a row, and Greater Beckley went 6 possessions without getting a shot attempt. Now, they only gave up 4 points during that time, but that was the difference. They were not able to overcome those turnovers. And Shady did a good job of just closing the door. And a lot of times when you're on the road, if you can close the door, get on the bus, and get back home with a W, you can smile the whole way, sleep well tonight, both of these teams, and get ready for a big day of basketball tomorrow.
Number 3 in AAA, Shady Spring Tigers hold on for the number 6 ranked single A squad, Greater Beckley Christian Crusaders. Here on the Crusaders home floor tonight, 63-56. A big day, as you mentioned, Coach, tomorrow at the Beckley Raleigh County Convention Center. We'll be there all day, beginning at 1 o'clock with Greater Beckley Christian and Independence tipping off in the New River CTC Invitational. And the day wraps up at 8 o'clock with Shady Spring taking on Morgantown. A 2-game sandwiching an entire great day tomorrow, which should be interesting. Video Productions will have all of it. So just lock your computer in right after lunch at work and stay tuned with us all evening. A shout out to Little General, great prices, convenient places. Our sponsor, Robbie Mounts to our right, keeping this thing in check as best as possible. And I know how it feels when the internet goes down. There's nothing you can do, but he did a great job getting us back on. And Andrew Bolin upstairs, fighting the rabid fans and everything with the camera tonight, doing a great job as always. Two-time NAIA National Coach of the Year, Bob Bolin to my right. I'm Zach Helton, and until tomorrow, we'll be right back at it again from the Convention Center. You guys have a great evening. We'll see you tomorrow.